Hello everyone and welcome. I already tried to film this once today and my toddler got all up in my business, so having another go while he naps. Going to try and get through it a little bit quicker than my last attempt because I want to be done and before he wakes up. And apologies for the background noise. You'll be able to hear my noisy Darth Vader fridge, and possibly I've got a church next door that they're having a big music session or something, so quite loud. Anyway, today I want to go through my box wax picks for the next week. So I tried that for the first time last week, and look, it was good. I think I did by the end of the week. I kind of was itching to do another pick, which is why I've actually picked this today on a Saturday, even though I'm not due to start using this particular pile until Monday. But, it was nice to have a selection to work through this week, so I'm doing the same thing for next week. I don't know if I'm going to do it every single week going forwards, but I'll keep it up until I get over it. So I'll get started. It's all sitting here next to me, and yeah, I just keep talking as I go. So first up, I'm just going to grab things in no particular order at all. So I've picked Dessa's Homespun Scents Strawberry Lemonade. This week I think we are going to have a few warm days. Australia is meant to be having a massive heat wave. I think Melbourne is missing most of it, but we are still going to have some warmer days. So I've got quite a few scents that are good for warmer weather, and then a few that are, some bakery kind of crossover type things as well. Now this, it smells very, it's meant to be just basically strawberries and, lemon drink. It does smell a bit kind of candy to me today, a very kind of sugary sort of scent. But I think that will be nice for a warm day. Then I'm going to use the last of my Super Tarts Mermaid. So this is Orchid, Watercress and Ocean Rain, I think. And it is really nice. It's a very, very sort of green aquatic scent. It's one that I wasn't sure about when I first started melting, and then it really grew on me as it went. And I'm actually regretting now that I didn't get any for Wax Wednesday, because it's definitely one of my favourite sort of green ocean sort of scents. So I will at some point get myself more of that. Then I'm going to use, feeling sad about it, but I'm going to use the last of my Zephyr by the Sea by Empire Alchemy. There's something about this that's just, maybe it's the baby's breath, I don't know. It's this really sweet, almost kind of, it's not melon, but it kind of reminds me of melon. But it's just so fresh and uplifting, and really strong throw too. So, kind of sad to be using the last of that one, but there we go. Maybe I'll be able to get some in the future. Then I have Geo and Turner Fuzzy Navel. So this just smells like a really sort of sweet, delicious orange. So I picked that one again, a nice one for a hot day, I think. So Maple and Wattle, so no brand labeling on her shot pot. So Summer Fresh. Drop in some wax. This smells very, very kind of melon to me, melon fruit. So really nice. Then I think I'm just going through the shot pots first. That seems to be what I'm doing right now. Pumpkin Parcel Merry Mermaid. So I've actually had this one for a little while. I think she sort of did Christmas in July. There's definitely kind of some mint to that, but it's not super strong minty. I'd have to look up the scent notes. I'm not picking up what the other aspects are. So yeah, I think I'd have to look up the notes, and we'll see how it goes melting. Then I have, Baby Got Wax, Sexy Beach, so sex on the beach. I've melted this one before. It is really nice. It's really strong and it smells just like the drink. So it's, you know, those nights you get home from work and it's just super hot and uncomfortable. You know, that's a nice one just to have. Then, Kay's Emerald Agave. I need to stock up on this one, I think, because I really, really like it. It's just this fresh aquatic kind, not aquatic, but green. Oh, it kind of is. It's sort of that bright sort of green, mossy sort of, yeah. Hard to describe, but I really enjoy it. I think I initially bought a lot of these to blend, but I actually don't like, well, I probably would blend well, but I really like melting that one on its own. And then we have, a scoop. So I'm trying to do a scoop each week, at least one. Pardon me. So this time I've got L3 Waxy Wonders Patchouli Rain Newt Scamander. So this is, this was a custom that I had done a few months ago. Newt Scamander is a house blend of hers. So I think it's rainforest, sugar cane, I think moss and amber. And then the Patchouli Rain's a single oil. And this one smells so good. I think of all the sort of custom ideas I've had, this one's been my best one so far. Like, I love the rainforest sugarcane type scent, and the moss and the amber just kind of earth it down a little bit with the Patchouli Rain. So it's just this really, you know, this beautiful kind of rainforest type scent, but with that earthiness and a little bit sort of, not cologne-y, but cologne-ish, but I don't know, it's just really good. Then I might do clamshells. So Maple and Wattle the Barons. So this was from her, she did this scent initially in her It sampler, and it was my favourite from that. I was in love. So I got 2 clams when she offered this in her December restock. I actually wanted to get 3, but she oversold. But apparently it will be coming back. So very excited about that. It's a really spicy, I think it's like orange and spices and stuff, but it just melts into this. It's hard to describe. Everything's hard to describe for me. But yeah, orange and spices and just a whole bunch of stuff, but really, really, really good. Then, Baby Got Wax. Do not worry, be happy. So this does smell, not so much on cold, but on warm it does smell very legitimately like cinnamon donuts. I initially had this in a shot pot and I was in love with it. I got it in the clamshell and it didn't wow me. I don't know if it was a one-time thing for me. So what I'm planning to do is I might split up, even though it's only 1 cube. I think I might just have a go at mixing these two, at least maybe one warmer. So Obscurus the Emperor, so fresh fall spices whipped into creamy caramel drizzled over lemon vanilla buttermilk pie. So this is a really nice spicy lemon bakery type scent. It's really strong and cold, but I found that 1 cube probably isn't enough when warmed up, which is why I'm going to use the last of that. I'm going to mix those 2 together. Then we have, from Pumpkin Parcel Scents, from her Game of Thrones collection, The Queen. So inspired by Cersei. Now, I think this one was maybe like a red wine type scent. I'll be honest, on cold at the moment, I'm mostly just kind of getting a bit of a a bit of wine, but a little bit of a plasticky kind of scent. So I'm hoping that fades off when it warms up. I don't remember having that problem when I melted it the first time. So I think warming that will change it up a little bit, but that's just on cold. Right now I'm not getting anything. Could be my nose. I'm having fun with sinuses on and off lately. Okay, so that's all of the clams and the containers. Now onto things that are bagged. So I'm going to do Candles from the Keeping Room Strawberry Fizzy Pop. So this is a really, really strong scent with her sort of fresh picked strawberry and a lot of fizzy pop in there, which I love fizzy pop for warm weather, so that should be good for that. Probably at the same time, I'll do L3 Waxy Wonders Starfruit Mango Ginger Ale and Island Heat. This, I think I will need to get more for next year. I might do it as a custom or something at some point. Like it's definitely ginger ale, but the Starfruit and the Island Heat, I think, just give it this really intense, almost blood orange, but it's not. But that's kind of what it's reminding me of. Just that really kind of deep, full-bodied kind of citrus. It smells really good. It's definitely one of my favourite ginger ale blends. It's quite different, and it's definitely a hot weather kind of scent. Gonna use up the last of my Pumpkin Parcel Sunkissed Mermaid. So this was hibiscus and something. It's definitely kind of a tropical floral. Yeah, like a tropical kind of floral. I think there's some fruit in it too, maybe mango. I can't remember. I want to use it because these bags stop sealing, so I might use that pretty quickly just so it can be done. I did initially sort of switch away from buying her clamshells to these bags, but I'm finding those snap bars, they're a good idea, but I break them, as you can see, and the bags I find are not great for multi-use. So sort of starting to get back into the clamshells. Next I have, so I haven't used this one yet, so came with my last restock order. So L3 Waxy Wonders Wicked, which is Rainstorm, white tea and ginger. I've had like something with white tea and ginger from her before, and I really liked it. Cute little kind of screen block. And yeah, it's definitely quite strong on the white tea and ginger, but also the Rainstorm as well. You get that, Rainstorm smells it's a bit like a perfume or a cologne to me. I'm not sure how I feel about it on its own, but it blends quite well, and I think it blends quite well with this, so we'll be excited to try that. Probably at the same time, I'll melt this one. So Mad Scents Rainforest. Mad Scents is an Australian brand. She mostly does like single oils, but she has a lot of oils. Like, she has a lot of oils I've not seen anywhere else. She does a lot of sorry, stuff stuck on my fingers. Like a lot of florals and a lot of nature inspired type oils. Her wax is quite simple, like just, simple sort of dome shape, so it performs quite well. Simple packaging, but wide variety, good performing wax, and some really nice scents that I just can't get anywhere else. So this Rainforest, I love this. If you've had a hot day and then you have a cool change and, a bit of wet weather and you kind of get that wet, damp earthiness outside, this is perfect for inside on those days. Like, it just brings that kind of humid, green, moist air kind of, not hot, and it's hard to describe, but it's just that feeling after you have a really hot day and then the weather changes, which I love. So, and that scent really brings that. Another Mad Scents of Black Rose and Oud. This is really the only sort of rose I really get on board with, is that sort of deeper, darker type of rose. I'm not into like the powdery or the rose jam type rose scents, but Black Rose and Oud is, it's a lot. It's just different and it's good. So not that one. Then I have, home stretch. So going to do this Vintage Chic Scents of the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. I'm going to pull it out because these leaves are really pretty. So see, glitter, double poured, nice, very cute. This one, okay, I have to say, I'm kind of intrigued about melting this one because I swear every time I smell it on cold, I smell something different. So the first time I sniffed it, I really wasn't sure about it because I think I got mostly copper coconut and a whisper of Nag Champa. Then this morning, so when I filmed this video the first time, because it's meant to be copper coconut, warm vanilla sugar, fresh laundry blended with sweet spun sugar, so like the sugar spun suds scent that she does, fluffy marshmallows, and a whisper of Nag Champa. The second time, so this morning when I smelt it, all I could smell was that laundry, and I was a bit concerned because I don't love her laundry. It's very kind of harsh and astringent to my nose, like it, yeah. But this afternoon, I'm getting that, but I'm getting that really creamy, smooth, warm vanilla sugar this afternoon, which I wasn't getting on cold earlier. That's crazy. It's crazy. And this is why it's hard to judge wax sometimes, because your own nose changes so much sometimes, even within a day. So I have no idea what this is going to smell like when it warms up. But I'm intrigued. So we'll see how that goes. It smells completely different this afternoon than it did this morning. My nose was a little bit blocked this morning, so maybe just that's why the laundry came out a lot stronger. It is still a little blocked though, so nothing's really changed. Ebony Violet, so Night at the Beach. I wonder if this one will change too. I had a sniff of this one and it was very s'mores-esque to me this morning. And it's still the same. I think I'm picking up the salty sea air a little bit more on that one than I was before, but not too different. It was just the VCS that seems to have shifted. So Maple and Wattle, Mrs. Jones. Now I have to take this one out because this is one of the prettiest wax cookies. I think I'm hanging on to it because of that. You can just tell, like, I'll probably split this in half. I could potentially take it to thirds, but half, I have enough wax. I don't really need to conserve it. But I love, that I'll be able to split it like, potentially diagonally down this way. So then you'll get the green and the blue in the warmer. So it's going to create a really pretty pool. Pretty glitter there, like not too much, but just enough to make it really, just to give it that extra kind of shine, but it's not too hard to clean out of the warmers. And this is, I think, like a blueberry, maybe a little bit of lemon and zucchini bread. So definitely coming quite strongly. It's definitely bakery blueberry at the moment. The blueberry is quite strong. So yeah, looking forward to that. I've picked a few other zucchinis to go at the same time. So Candles from the Keeping Room, strawberry marshmallow filled zucchini. So I've done this one before. So you get this, the zucchini's not super detectable on cold. It's mostly kind of strawberry marshmallow. But I know when I warmed it, it definitely smelled like zucchini. So that should still be there. Then we have definitely home stretch. So from Satin Susie Scents. And while I love this so it was one of her steampunk cupcakes. I love that it comes with this little cog and label. However, I have a habit of losing these labels because they're not, I need to get something to stick it on. So this one is my own creation. So Fizzy Pop Mint Mojito with a pineapple overpour. And look, honestly, there's not a huge amount to say about this because it smells exactly like you would expect from those scents. So this is just a piece that I have left. It's a very strong fruity pineapple with sort of, because the pineapple's the overpour, that's the strongest, but the Fizzy Pop and the Mint Mojito are definitely there. With the way these steampunk cupcakes are done, because there's a lot of overpour, that's going to be your, which I know it kind of makes sense, but some places do it and they do bigger embeds. The embeds are kind of small, so the pineapple is really what sort of shines through, which I like. But it is just worth keeping in mind if you ever do a custom from her, that's how it will go. And then we have, so one of the wax donuts, so Clueless from Maple and Model. So these are really pretty. It's going to create a really nice wax pool. And this is a sweet, sugary, kind of fruity scent. It smells a bit like candy at the moment. I can't remember exactly what's in it, but I've been seeing a lot of people rave about it, so I think that will be good. Then we have, so another Maple and Model. I picked a fair bit from Maple and Model this week, definitely week. So Supernatural. This is one of her wax chunks. Now, I've been sitting on this one for a couple of months. I'm still a little bit unsure. It is super pretty though. Look at those colours. It's got, I'm pretty sure it's got pumpkin or pumpkin cheesecake, and it's got the type of pumpkin that's it's just that kind of spicy sort of pumpkin, which I'm not a huge fan of. But it's also got smoked vanilla and I think something else. So I'll be interested to see how it goes warm. It's kind of like I'm smelling it and it's appealing, but then I get the little bit of pumpkin there and I'm like, oh, I'm not sure. And I think that's why I keep sort of thinking about it and then going to something else. So I think you can see by how messy the bag is how often I've put it in and taken it out and putting it in and taking it out. So, but I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and give it a go. And then we have from that Smell Good shop, Blue Ribbon Cookies and Gooey Apple Zucchini. So in her cute little flower shapes, which make really cool wax pools. I'm getting mostly kind of an apple off this. I'm not sort of detecting zucchini bread. I think I can get the cookie there too. But I'm kind of getting like a caramel gooey apple mostly from that. So we'll see how it goes warmed up. Just a few more. So we've sort of gotten into mostly the bakery stuff now. So from Super Tarts, another Fake and Bake Orange Danish. I'm trying to do like one. I've got two samplers from her. I've got Game of Thrones or Game of Tarts, and I've got Fake and Bake. So I'm trying to do at least one per week because they're quite big samplers. So this one smells really, really, really good. I like the Fake and Bake ones when they are very strong on the Fake and Bake, and this one seems to be. But you still get I'm still getting like the pastry sort of scent, and like not a really strong like citrusy orange or anything, but just that hint of that, bakery style orange. I think it's going to be really good. Then, so from the Game of Tarts sampler, No One. So I got a clamshell this week of Krampus, which has this in it, as well as Salty Sea Air. So I thought I'd give this a go. And it's, I don't know why I didn't click when I read the scent notes of this, but it's basically Lord of Misrule with pink sugar. Which I think I've done before and is a really good blend, and this seems like a really good version of that. It seems like it has a slightly sweeter note to it than some other Lord of Misrule type blends, which I like. I really like playing up on the sweetness of it. So I wanted to sort of give that a go because I'm looking forward. Lots of people have been raving about her Krampus from the Chris Meltz collection. So I thought that might get me excited or in the mood for that. And then lastly we have this, which is a Maple and Model from the very gory sampler that she did before Halloween. So different letters for different parts of the poem. Let's see if I can I can't remember what this one is. I'm going to check. So this is my little listing from that collection. XXXX. X is for, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Devoured by Mice, Pumpkin pumpkin pecan blondie brownies drizzled in salted caramel. Okay. Well, I'll do that as the same time that I do Supernatural then, seeing as I'll have some sort of pumpkin type stuff going on. I think this is a different pumpkin. Oh, it's because it's pumpkin pecan, I guess. I think that one will be quite nice. It's probably not, like, maybe not something I would have chosen, but it's not bad. Okay, and that is it. So that is what I'll be looking to get through in a week. So thank you for watching, and have a great weekend or have a great week. Bye.